So that's the lock-in bit. But Unmesh Sharma from HDFC Securities is joining in now to take the market conversation forward. Unmesh, good morning. Thank you for joining in. A lot of those beaten down names making a bit of a comeback today. Any of them on your radar, be it railways, be it defense, or even an auto ancillary name like Ramkrishna Forgings, which was at a 52-week low all through this while?
Yeah, so look, there is definitely a relief rally going on, which is what we call the Santa Claus rally this time of the year. What's happened is that actually volumes have come up a little bit. Usually the foreign market participants also kind of slow down their activity. So we are seeing a little bit of that. I think it's also end of the year, so there'll be some quarter end kind of activity as well. We definitely think going forward, while we don't cover Ramkrishna, but at the same point in time, what we've seen is that after while the index has been flat, the small mid caps have seen significant correction. So a relief rally in some of these names definitely on. In Autocom, the two names that we have in our model portfolio are Bharat Forge and Samvardhana.
Got that. What are the other big stocks or themes that you're very bullish on, Unmesh?
So, look, we think that this year, given what markets have been doing in the last 12 months, the three big sectors which we are very positive on is a continued positive view on banks. We also believe that the correction and, kind of sideways movement in consumer, both discretionary and staples as well as IT sector, I think will start to kind of reverse. Now, the good thing is that these three are also heavyweight on the index. So that kind of makes us a little bit of positive to, let's say, flat on the index, but these are the ones that we like.
Particularly Shriram Finance, what is your assessment of the deal, and is there value beyond this 940, 950 level?
No, we haven't published our research on it, so unfortunately I cannot comment on that due to compliance reasons.
Okay, and what about Chola? The street, as Gaurav has been pointing out, seems to be latching on to a trade, maybe tactical for now, but go long Shriram, but short Chola. Do you have a view on Chola?
Yeah. We are long term. We are quite positive on the name. I think recently we've taken it off the model portfolio, but long term we quite like this name.
What about these capital goods names, Unmesh? GE Vernova is doing very well today after that big order win. Analysts are expecting that size to be anywhere between 16 to 18,000 crores. Even GE Vernova, Siemens, any of them on your list?
Yeah, so Siemens, we are very positive. In fact, recently we came out with a very detailed report on the name. Our analyst Pariksha really likes that story as well as comments. I think the two themes I think which you are alluding to for the next year to a large extent is going to be this whole energy transition. And, the MNC type names, who are bringing that technology to India, I think seem to be in a very good place. So Siemens, Cummins are the ones that we have in our portfolio as well.
In IT, since you said you're bullish on IT, and IT seems to be making a comeback trade. I think the index must be up 15-16% from the October lows. From here on, where can value be created?
So the good thing in IT is that what happened is that I think the whole AI euphoria seems to be dying down. So what was working against these names, as in they were seen as being negative, in this whole AI transition, that is now kind of starting to die out as, there are expectations that two things. One is that they are actually, AI is not going to disrupt things as fast as people think. And the other is that Indian companies will actually be at the forefront of actually implementation of AI. On top of that has been the weakening currency as well, which did not help them because of the AI thing, but now is kind of all coming into place together. So after a period of underperformance, I think the sector, we believe next year will make a comeback. Maybe not in a very strong way because we are as in kind of flattish on the index, but at least outperformer within that. We have an equal weight on NP and TCS, and LTIMindtree is the name that we have in there in the model portfolio on IT.
What about the renewables, Unmesh? There has been a lot of talk about fears of an overcapacity concern, and then the note coming out from the MNRE. There's some rumors with regards to restricting lending as well within this space, the solar modules and PVs and so on. What about this space, A, and B, being the financiers to this space, be it the likes of the RECs, PFCs, or even the IREDAs for that matter?
Yeah. So look, I think while there is definitely a concern, but then as with anything, any theme which in India or globally where, just like AI, I think whenever something new comes about, there is always some pockets of excess there. At the same point in time, I think the longer term view that this is a theme, I think remains okay. Also, we believe that there is always going to be noise around the space, given the fact that globally the module manufacturers are basically the Chinese. So what happens is that whenever there is noise on the geopolitics, also you will see that. Net, however, we believe we continue to remain positive on the theme. We think that private sector lenders who are actually lending quite smartly on this continue to remain in a good place. It's not enough to swing the needle on the overall balance sheet, so it's a little difficult to play on that front. The sector-specific lenders on the public sector side are not in our model portfolio, so we will stay away from those. But that is for reasons beyond this. But we remain positive on the theme. We also believe at this point in time the geopolitical noise around India, China is also a little bit abated. So we believe that the best way to do this is to play it through the equipment manufacturers only, which is what we talked about just before this.
The street seems to be also very bullish on commodities. Base metals like copper, which have had a banner year, will continue to do well. Aluminium will be strong. What are your thoughts on metals and individual stocks, ferrous, non-ferrous?
Yeah, so look, metals has driven the earnings growth for this year as well as some of the upgrades. Going forward, we do not believe from a portfolio perspective it is actually going to continue to drive earnings as well as returns for this year as it did before. So we have a couple of the steel names in there, Jindal as well as Tata. We believe that this could be the year when the rally kind of moves out of the base metals and into the steel names. But to a large extent driven mostly by what will happen on the global oversupply offset by what production measures we take and whatever is the domestic uptake of this. So from an infra real estate perspective, I think steel continues to remain something we like.
So you believe that the rally in Hindustan Zinc and Vedanta is done for, or they have enough triggers to keep going beyond just the base metal prices?
Yeah, so we could say that as of right now, relatively, we think that the rally moves in the direction of steel.
Unmesh, thank you for sparing time and joining us today with your views on specific stocks and themes to watch out for going into the new year as well. Take a short break, more on the markets on the other side.